Hello everyone, Kayla here, and this is What the Kink, a natural hair channel. And a little while ago, I'm talking a couple months ago, someone asked me how it is that I, as a mom, am still managing to get my hair done. The person pointed out and noticed that that does seem to be a struggle for other people. So what's my deal? Like, how am I managing to still keep up with my hair? And I did film a video that was like clips and all this kind of stuff, and when I went to watch it back, it just didn't give what I thought that it was going to give. It didn't have the flow that I would have liked. So with Mother's Day approaching, instead of just throwing the video away, which is definitely what I was going to do, I actually decided to come back and sit down and actually just talk about how I managed to still get my hair done even though I am somebody's mama. So for the new people and the people who maybe missed a video or two, I am the mom of at the time of posting this video, she should be a little over 9 months old, to be 10 months by the end of this month. And yeah, I've seen the videos too where the moms are struggling to get their hair done, or they put their hair in some braids or something and they, get it done occasionally, or the hair becomes deprioritized, or the person splits their regimen between 2 days. I've seen it. And I guess even without me really talking that much about my child, my pregnancy, anything like that, it was still apparent that I'm still doing my hair like normal. So it's just like, what? And I think the first thing that we have to talk about is the prioritization and where I see my hair on my list of priorities. And like, I see my hair as a necessity. Just like someone is like, you gotta brush your teeth, right? You're gonna brush your teeth in a given day, right? You're gonna wash your body. You're gonna wash your body. You're gonna hopefully lotion your body. Like, these are things that are seen as like basic hygiene, the things that you do as a person in society. You just do these things, right? And so I see my hair care as that. I don't see it as this fancy luxury extra thing that if I'm blessed and lucky, I get to do. It's more of, I see it as, this is basic hygiene. I got to be able to clean my hair. And so in the end, even if it means that I clean my hair and I throw it in a bun, or I clean my hair and I throw it in some chunky twists, at least the main thing for me is my hair is clean. So that there was no compromising on that. I did not put my hair away in the weeks leading up to the birth of my child. She was born maybe a week or so before the guest date, because that's really what it is. Like, I didn't put my hair away in those days. The wash and go that I was wearing did get stretched out a bit. It went, I think, 11 days. And in all the photos, because there's plenty of photos of me pushing that baby out, my hair is up, but it's still defined. It's looking great. Hair is looking great in all photos. So yeah, it took me a little bit longer to do the first wash, but literally I came back around and I washed my hair and put it back in another wash and go. And have since then washed my hair weekly. So I think the first thing to really stress to you is that cleaning my hair is important to me, because I feel like it is just basic hygiene. It is something important. I think some of the other factors that help me to get my hair done is that I do have a spouse that has curly hair, that has some length to it, and they also value doing their hair, right? So he does his hair once a week, or sometimes twice a week, it depends. And he's gonna do his hair, so he understands the time commitment that is, because he sits under the dryer. I keep trying to convince him to move his hair around like I do my hair, so that the time under the dryer will actually dry your hair fully. He's not listening, y'all. He's not listening. I don't think he's processing what I'm telling him. But he spends time under the dryer, and he spends time doing his whole routine, washing his hair and then defining his curls. So he knows that he's spending that time for himself. And that is some time that I'm going to spend for myself as well. I need to do the same thing that you are doing as well on a weekly basis. And it also helps that he is a father, okay? There are people who help to create children and then they don't really take care of their child. When I tell you, that man A single dad who works 2 jobs, who loves his kid and never stops. I'm telling you, that man think he Reba McEntire. I swear, if I wasn't here, I know that my child would still be taken care of. 100%. So my husband understands the value that I need to go do my hair, and he also fully accepts his role as a parent. And so a lot of times when I'm doing my hair, y'all, she with her daddy. She with her daddy. As simple as that. I know some of you guys may have a village around you. You have family and friends. We don't. But, you know, you may have these people that are able to watch your child, you know, have your child over with auntie or grandma while you get your hair done. But for me, my child is with my husband when I'm not when I am doing my hair. So there's that as well. And then I think situations as far as, like, you know, if you're breastfeeding or anything like that. So for people who don't have kids or who don't produce milk, let me tell you. So there's this category of breastfeeding, and underneath the category of breastfeeding, there's pumping, and then there's nursing. So due to a lot of stuff that happened early on with my child that eventually led to her having to get her tongue released and cut. My child does not nurse. She will not nurse, okay? She's like, no ma'am. However, I do pump. Exclusively pumping mama. So I do pump several times throughout the day, and that can also affect when I do my hair. So something that I make sure that I do is, like, I will pump, do one of my morning pumps, and then immediately go do my hair. That way I know I can do my hair and all this kind of stuff before it's time for me to pump again. You know, if I was in the early days where you need to pump like very, very, very frequently, this would be harder to do. But because I'm further on, like I told you guys, my child is older. She gonna be eating food, like exclusively all the way eating food really soon. So I don't have to pump as much as a new mom that's trying to establish their supply. There's a good 4 hours in between my pumps. And then I can stretch it farther just due to my capacity and stuff like that. And it won't hurt my supply too much. So because I have those 4 hour gaps, it doesn't take me 4 hours to do my hair. So I'm able to do everything I do before I need to pump. And that's another thing. I have a simple hair care routine. My hair care routine is not these 4 and 5 hour or all day event type situations where I need a lot of time to do my hair. Like, no, I gets in there, I does what I need to do, and I get out, okay? So my hair from dirty to styled is about an hour, and then I do spend an hour underneath the dryer. And under the dryer, I sometimes am holding my child underneath the dryer so my husband can go just do something else. But yeah, it doesn't take me very long to do my hair, and I think that's another reason why I was able to stay consistent with it and have stayed consistent with it, because I know it's not taking that much time. As far as when I do my hair, I do try to minimize the interference of my hair with family time. So I oftentimes will do an early morning, Saturday morning hair routine where I will get up to do the earliest heck pump. I still get up early for a pump because the hours between when I go to bed and then when I get up, it's so many hours that if I went too far, it would start to hurt me in my chest and stuff like that. So I do still have to get up early to pump. So I do the early morning pump, and then I go into my room and I start doing my hair. I don't go back to sleep. So I'm up very early, and during this time that I'm washing my hair, typically baby girl is asleep, husband is asleep. They're right there in the room asleep. And then by the time I dry my hair, if they get up, you know, he's maybe giving her a bottle or two. I do make sure that I have the bottles prepped and ready. And so he can feed her and do all that kind of stuff without me, and I'm able to finish doing my hair. There have been other times where if I finish my work early from my job Monday through Friday, maybe an hour or so, the last hour of we don't really officially have business hours at my job, but you know, like that hour that I would normally work, I take that hour and I go and wash my hair while my child is at school and my husband is at work. So that's another time that I will take advantage of. So really just try to do my hair at those off times where I'm not missing too much, you know, because it's, you know, it may be a beautiful day that day and we want to go to the garden or something, you know, like, and I want to be there. I don't want to be stuck doing my hair, you know what I mean? So you know, when the person asked me this, I was like, I'm not really sure if I can make this an interesting video, but hopefully there were things in here that were of interest that could help other busy moms to prioritize their hair. And especially if you have some things that were sparked for you in this discussion, or things that you want to add, definitely drop down in the comments, because I think moms need to come together. Moms need to have a community around this, because sometimes we don't talk about these things, or times change, and like all you have to talk to is your mom, who their kids are in their 30s or 40s and they're not in the same vein as you, you know? So I will do one more piece of mom tint guaranteed. I'm gonna do a detangling talk. And of course, if you guys have anything that kind of sparks in the comments, maybe a little bit more mom tint, but I don't want to do too much because y'all didn't subscribe for mom stuff. You subscribe for hair, right? Yeah. So with that said, I will talk to you in the next one.